if you're starting to feel frustrated by how long it takes you to complete your goals or how little you're actually progressing towards your goals, then bro, this is the video for you. Step 1, simplify your goal. Make sure your goal is specific and clear to avoid any misunderstanding or any confusion during the later times. Pretty much to just avoid wasting time. Too often have I started something not knowing exactly what I am going for, and my results have just been mediocre. And after days or weeks, I finally realized that I had to simplify it. It was getting too complicated, and my brain just couldn't handle it. When you have a clear goal, you're able to move on to step 2. Break your goal into smaller, more achievable tasks, and then sort them by priority. Bro, I cannot stress you enough how much headache this will save you. No more doing little useless tasks that don't really matter at all. Instead of doing those little things that are just wastes of time, you're actually going to be spending your time on the things that actually will get you the results that you want. Once you've broken up your goal into smaller, more achievable tasks, you want to dedicate time to those tasks. Now, it's weird that I have to say this, because obviously, if you have a goal, you want to dedicate time to that. But the thing is, if you don't dedicate time to these tasks, you're going to realize when a lot of time has passed that you haven't been working on it as much as you nearly should have been. And this leads us to step, I'm not even going to say 4, it's like more step 3.5. With this time in your day that you dedicate to your goals, you must, bro, I cannot stress this enough to you. You must be in a state of deep work. What this means is that you minimize your distractions and you're in a flow state. Have you ever been, I don't know, playing sports or... Bro, nah, I didn't like sports when I was little, so hey, no problem if you didn't play sports. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you didn't play sports as much when you were little, just like me, but you did play a lot of video games. So, when you were playing video games, did you remember actually just being your eyes glued to the screen? You're ready for everything. You have your mouse, you have your keyboard, bro, you have your keyboard, and you're just ready for anything that comes at you. And you win that match. You win it, and you knew that you were going to win it from the beginning to the end. Now, when you're playing these games, when you're in this deep flow, you do not have any distractions around you. This is imperative to getting good, solid work done. But part of minimizing your distractions is also being able to say no. Don't be afraid to turn down requests or invitations to things that will take too much of your time. Remember, don't neglect these invitations, because part of always improving ourselves is to improve the things like our social skills, our confidence. Now, these skills, if these are your goals, then obviously you want to be progressing as much as you can by going to parties or going out to social outings. Remember, there's no shame in saying no to somebody, but also just keep in mind that if you just keep saying no, you keep saying, I don't want to, I'm too busy to hang out with you, people are going to stop inviting you. Step 5, avoid multitasking. Now, the reason I say avoid and not completely banish multitasking is because you're just gonna have to multitask at some point in this goal. There's gonna be many things that you're working towards, or many components to this goal if it's a big one, and you need to focus on each of those little components individually, one at a time. Because if you're working on 10 different things at once, chances are the products will only be 1/10 as good. The other 9/10 of it are spread across a bunch of other things. This leads us to step 6, or I think I messed it up when I did the 3.5. If you feel overworked, if you feel like you're doing too much, you probably are doing too much, and you need help. Now, sometimes it may be hard to admit this because we do have this sense of pride, we do have this sense of ego, not to sound rude or anything, I know I can recognize that in myself too, but this sense of ego will tell us that we don't need help, that our way is the best way. But the truth is that we are not actually so different than most people. So because we're not so different, a lot of people can help us do something or give us the advice to propel us forward. I guess in business, this is called outsourcing. So I guess when you feel swamped, when you feel overloaded, outsource your task to another person. Now, here's a bonus step. Step 7, always review your time. Because maybe there's something that you didn't notice before, but now with all this new experience, you'll notice now. There's always going to be a more efficient way to do something. So keep that in mind. These steps have taken me quite a while to figure out how they actually work or how I can incorporate these into my life. But remember, I had to simplify this so that I'd actually be able to figure out how to achieve more of my goals. And look at that, step 1 in action. Oh yeah, somebody told me that I should probably tell people to like my video if they like my video, or to subscribe if they've been watching some of my videos. So I guess I'm telling you that right now. So if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. I guess that's that. Stay positive and have a good night, bro. Give me a fist bump.